How you doing? This is a piece from the top, from the top. It's called That Cat. Back home on the farm, I've been contemplating my status in the realm. The trigger for this introspection is a black cat, probably even now this very dang second, lying snoozily belly up in the recliner by the window, deep in the dreams of the mice he's not catching, or the frankly fishy treats I'm financing in order to supplement any nutrients he might have missed in the process of being professionally languorous. Cats are the grand mavens of languor. At least when a dog dreams about hunting, its feet twitch. This reflects a certain goofball dedication to the cause, even if it is only in doggy dream world. The only cause that cat is dedicated to is that cat. That cat first appeared in my life riding a wave of blue-eyed beseechment, which is to say the first time I saw him he was framed in my elder daughter's arms, and she and her sister looked up at me with a sort of sad cotton candy gaze normally reserved for cheap velvet paintings and suspect charity infomercials. I held the line for upwards of 20 seconds. Then I said yes, trying my best to sound grumpy. There were ground rules, of course, regarding the feeding and the watering and the outer limits of Kitty's health insurance. Above all, and I believe I even raised one finger and said, above all, I stated in unequivocal terms that we live on a farm, and this would be a barn cat, and barn cats do not live in the house because then we would call them house cats. I have to pause here for a moment. I am fully aware that there is nothing more dangerous to one's career than speaking in public on the subject of cats. You can call the president an alien communard, imply that the Statue of Liberty is a man, and recommend that NASCAR go all electric and race clockwise, and you'll collect a few uppity emails and half-star reviews. But say the wrong thing about a cat, and you'll find out exactly what it feels like to be chewed up and spit out as a human hairball. So I'm proceeding advisedly here. Save your letters. I am a farm boy, slow to progress, but progressing nonetheless. If you find me a Philistine on the feline front, feel free to punish me by sending 5 swear dollars to your local humane society. And yes, we neutered. So the cat became a familiar fixture, rubbing at our ankles on summer evenings when we ate supper on the deck, bringing fresh gophers to the children as they played on the swing set, and infusing the sandbox with a whole new treasure hunt element. As I am tender of heart, I arranged a large pile of oat straw in one corner of the old granary, where the cat quickly took up residence, his food and water close at hand, and the granary mice delivering themselves right to his paws as conveniently as if he had ordered them by phone. Then it got cold. There were several additional rounds of blue-eyed beseechment. I returned fire with tales of the barn cats of my youth. I spoke of their vigor. I spoke of their thick fur. I spoke of their obvious disdain for the hearth as a place for a cat of any character. On that last point, I admit I may have been overspeaking on behalf of the cats. I also omitted the fact that they lived in a barn filled with Holsteins, and in fact so loved the warmth of the cows that when a cow stood after lying down, the cats quickly curled up on the toasty spot for a nap. Sadly, when a cow decides to lie back down, she does so with a mighty flop, and it was not unusual to raise a cow for milking only to discover a cat that had been pressed like a daisy in a dictionary. Pancake kitties, we called them. Oops, there we go. $5 to the Humane Association. Then it got really cold. Okay, fine, I said, but just until it gets back up above zero, and during the day, out he goes. There are times, mostly when I am home alone, that I look in the mirror and assure myself that I am the man of the house. Of course, this is true by default, as I am the only male in residence and thus hold the position by chromosome rather than qualification, and am perhaps more accurately described as odd man out in the sorority house. Nonetheless, a guy is a guy. He'll stand there in front of that mirror, right in front of the 6 square inches of counter space he's allowed, and he'll say, "You, sir, are king of this castle." And he'll hitch his man pants and head down the hall, and there he will see a cat, somehow stretched out about 3 feet long on the rug in front of the wood stove, absorbing heat generated by firewood. The man cut, split, stacked, unstacked, hauled to the house, restacked, and got up before dawn to light. And what that man will do is he will gather up that cat, carry it to the recliner, put it on his lap, and when his wife and daughters return, they will find both of the men of the house fast asleep. From the top. Yeah, man, that cat is long gone, but I tripped over 2 more of them on my way out here to the office. We do things my way around here. Take care of each other. Be good to each other. Forward. I keep doing this. Doing too much of this. I'll work on this.